Hi, I'm Troy.
I'm Markay, and today we've traveled to beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina.
Join us as we discover a great way to toot your own horn.
If you're in the mood for some offbeat fun, the Kazoobie Kazoo factory in Beaufort, South Carolina is the pitch-perfect place to be. Not only do they sell factory fresh kazoos and toys from days gone by, they also have a museum that displays the history of the kazoo. From there, you'll receive a very entertaining kazoo demonstration.
My name is Sarah Barnwell. Welcome to Kazoobie Kazoo in Beaufort, South Carolina. We are going to show you how we make and ship out over 1 million kazoos a year and about 5,000 a day. We're going to watch 2 videos. The first video is going to take you on a tour of a factory in Tampa. And that is where our plastic is getting melted. There's a large injection mold facility down there in St. Petersburg. They are melting that plastic. It is our mold and our patent. But that is typically how factories around the world work, that injection mold happens elsewhere, which is a good thing, because if it was happening here, you wouldn't be getting a tour.
This is a brief history of the kazoo. The story goes that Alabama and Thaddeus first showed off their device at the 1852 Georgia State Fair. Back then, they called it the Down South Submarine, and soon it became a staple of jug bands, as well as early blues and jazz. In the 1960s and 70s, the kazoo was embraced by the flourishing rock scene. Groups such as the Beatles, Pink Floyd, the Kinks, and others featured kazoo solos in some of their hit records. Here's to you, kazoo, for keeping America humming.
Do you know how to play a kazoo?
Don't you just hum into or like
You gotta make
it?
noise. So if I say hello into my kazoo, I get my kazoo sound. But kazoo started out a little more like this. This is my 10 kazoo. We also have the Woodstock kazoo. And we've got a high-class fancy kazoo. We also have kazoos made out of wood. We also have a barrel kazoo. We've got a zobo, which has been around for over 100 years.
And then a fun-filled factory tour.
If you guys want to peek through this window, you're going to see a map of the world. All those pens are different places our kazoos have traveled. But you'll notice in colder climates, there's not a lot of happy humming going on just yet. Welcome to the back of the factory. This is where all of our magic happens.
Nice.
Most of this factory is used to store all our parts and our pieces that we need. As far as assembling and imprinting, all of that happens right here in this corner. These are our 2 capping stations. This is where all of our kazoos get assembled. So when they first arrive, they start like this, that body and that cap, that polypropylene. And then we take our little tiny resonator, our polyethylene, and we are just going to lay it nice and neat and flat inside of our kazoo by hand. It is important it's just one, and there is a ring inside of here, and that's our locking ring. We set our cap right on top, and we're going to come over to our capper. We're going to insert our kazoo.
She's done this a couple times.
Oh yeah, she's good at that.
That polyethylene does not come to us in cute little circles. Everyone here wishes it did. But instead, this is how that polyethylene arrives to us. So every time I use this machine with each punch, I should get 30 resonators with a little bit of noise. Like most things, I just made a whole new job. So if we do 1 million kazoos a year, that means we've got to separate 1 million resonators a year.
Wow.
And we tried air and water and vibration to get these little guys back apart. Well, what works the best is to do all 1 million of them, just like this.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so somebody has patience.
The one thing that we do not do here at Kazoobie Kazoo, which is like most factories, all over the world, we don't count. We all count by using weight. We are going to play a Price is Right game. We're gonna guess how many kazoos I have in my bucket, and if you win the correct amount, you win the satisfaction of guessing right.
200.
I'm looking at 550.
I have 250 kazoos in my bucket. You would have taken that sweepstakes.
What was your guess again?
200.
Okay, all right.
200.
Yeah, well, I had the 50, so.
So there we go. We could have combined them. We would have won.
And to get those pictures on our kazoos, we're gonna come to this machine. Factories could call them dies. It's made out of aluminum and silicone so it can handle that heat and that pressure. We use a laser to cut this image out, so that's why we can have lots of tiny detail on side of our kazoos. The way we operate this machine is we're gonna take our kazoo, we're gonna load it into our cradle. Whoa. And that's it, it's done. This is a wedding kazoo. It's dry, it's not hot.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
all there is to it.
This wedding is coming up.
This wedding is
10/20.
Ooh, congratulations, whoever you are.
Grace and Grant.
Grace and Grant. So we could order one that says Offbeat Discoveries.
Absolutely.
And then you can make us a bunch of Offbeat Discoveries kazoos.
And I can make them with your choice of 15 colored bodies and 14 colored caps.
Wow.
So you can mix and match, you can do solids, it's gonna be all up to you. And that's where I normally ask you guys if you're ready for a challenge.
Yes.
Yes.
And are you ready for a commitment?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
After you've enjoyed their amusing presentations, you get to pick the colors and build your very own kazoo.
I'm picking my blue.
Now we do have the
purple.
sparkly pink, which you can only get here.
That's my sparkly
yes.
pink.
All right, now your cap, and you can pick any color you like.
I'm gonna pick a dark blue.
I want to pick yellow. I'm thinking yellow would look good next to that hot pink.
All right, so now you're gonna take your kazoo, you're gonna take the large and you're gonna insert it into my machine and push straight back really hard.
And it's gonna go.
Oh, you did
You
it!
did it, you made a kazoo. Perfect.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Put it in my hand, and then I flip it. And it
Perfect.
went in there.
All right, set your cap
So
right on top.
set it on top and push it just a little ways down, just a little bit, like
And then
that.
you're gonna push it straight back in that machine.
Okay, ready?
Dun.
I made a kazoo! Okay.
No, you gotta hum. You gotta hum. And it's the other side. It's the other side.
All right,
What?
ready?
The large side.
We're gonna
There you go. Yay!
Who is the owner of the Kazoobie Kazoo?
Stephen Murray.
Offbeat Discoveries would like to give a shout out to Stephen Murray. Thank you for having this place. This place rocks.
Thank
or
you, Stephen.
actually, it hums. To lift your spirits and bring out your inner child, Offbeat Discoveries highly recommends a visit to the Kazoobie Kazoo factory, where their philosophy is, if you build it, they will hum. So Troy, what did you think of the Kazoobie Kazoo factory?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It was like finding your inner kid.
It wasn't like going and see the factory at all. It was more like a playground.
Right, interactive playground for both adults and for kids.
Troy and I would like to send a special shout out of gratitude to Sarah, who was our tour guide in there, and she rocked it. Thank you, Sarah.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Sarah.
So Troy, what do you think we should give this one?
I mean, it's obvious. We have to give it 2 toots.
I love it.
Thanks for joining our travels.
And we'll see you on our next Offbeat Discovery.
Bye. Join us as we wait for FedEx to drive by. This is not a paid endorsement. It's like finding your inner self or your
Inner child.
inner child. That's what I was trying to say.
It was more like a fun place. It's not a factory.
Fun place, a playground. Join us as we discover a great way to toot your horn. We need to give it 2 toots.
Oh, let's go get him. Because I don't have mine, do you? I'll be right
She
back.
said, let's go get him. All right, excuse us while we walk off camera. We have to give it 2 hoots.
Okay, ready?
We gotta work on your, you don't blow.
I don't blow, I
You-
hum.